from the light. Secrets buried in the coldest ground. We're digging deep where the truth is found. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it all. Whispers echo in the darkened halls. Faint confessions on the paper walls. Every victim deserves their say. We're here to chase the night away. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it Unseen crimes, they thought they'd won, but the fight for truth has just begun. Every clue, every trace, bringing evil face to face.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Daphne's Case Files. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Today is November 30th, 2025. It is currently 7:18 p.m. here in New York State. It is really cold, guys, like extra cold today. I have Shan in the back room. If I know there's a couple other people that wanted to join tonight, this is the link too if you guys want to join. I hope everybody's doing great. Jane, thank you so much for your super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. You are awesome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. So sweet. Thank you. I want to welcome in everybody. I'm going to welcome in Miss Shan. Hello, Miss Shan. Good to see you. Jennifer.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you? I've got my banana nut coffee, so I'm like,
Nice.
I'm on a roll. Hello. Thank you so much. The Hustler. Hello. Jennifer, thank you for being here. I know she was on my other live too. Wendy, hello. Graham Tam, Joyous, hello. Good to see you. I hope your tree came up great. I hope it's beautiful. I bet it is beautiful. Darlene, hello. Michelle, hello. Jane, let's see. I'm going up, guys. Sorry, I need my glasses. The Hustler, Michelle, hello. Brian, hello. Good to see all of you. If I missed you, hello and welcome in. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Hi, Roxanne. Good to see you. Thank you. Still working on the tree? Yeah, I need to put up another one, but I broke the stand on my green tree. So on my green tree, I have the white one in the back. So I wanted to get on here and talk about Jack and Lilly, and there really hasn't been anything new, right? There really hasn't been anything new that's come out with the mainstream media or anything. It's sad. It really is. But we want to keep their names out here. I'm going to put a picture of Jack and Lilly up while we're talking about them. If you are new to this case, oops, that's the wrong thing. Hold on one second. I'm like out of it today. Let's see. Let me get rid of, what am I doing here? Remove this one. There we go. I wish we were able to do more than one screen on here.
I know.
Oh, so frustrating. And now
what if I do one and you do one? Will that work?
Actually, it might. It might actually. because I could present the other one and then it might actually work. Yeah, I know. So Hustler. So apparently the docs, they were going to be released, and somebody somebody didn't want them released. So I believe it was Malaya. I could be wrong, but allegedly she did not want them released. I don't know why. But I do want to go over the docs too. I want to go over the video that DT made last night, because he specifically talks about those boots, right? So there was a cluster of boot prints on the pipeline. And remember me talking about this before. And basically there was like a number on the boots, right? Malaya said that she believes she bought a pair of size, what was it? Size 11 for Lilly. But she wears a size 12 or 13. And I always thought that was weird, right? But the one searcher had went to Walmart and grabbed these same boots, and they had like a number 29 on the bottom of them. Like Walmart does like the little numbers. I think it is sus. I think it is very odd that she mentioned the boot prints were a different size, right? Hold on one second. Coffee makes me cough. I don't know why. It's so weird. So I kind of wanted to go over that because she specifically, the searcher went to Walmart and said that she found the boots with that number on them. Now, there's other kids that live in the area. That pipeline is not too far out, right? We do know that Brad has children. We do know that they ride ATVs. Like pretty much everybody rides ATVs, guys. We've seen like there's so many ATV trails out there in that area. Most everybody out there has ATVs. And to find like a cluster of boot prints out there, yeah, it is odd, right? It is odd, but there's no other tracks leading up to those clusters. It makes me really wonder if somebody went out there on an ATV, right, and just stamped the boot prints, like a cluster of boot prints, just like leaned over and stamped the boot prints, right, into the ground. Because otherwise there would be other tracks leading up to those clusters of boot prints. It just doesn't make sense, right? Jane says, I will be 64 on December 2nd, and all I can think of is 7 months. That, yes, absolutely, that Jack and Lilly are missing. Well, happy early birthday, Miss Jane. That's awesome. Happy birthday, sweetie. Yes, it is ATV Central. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you think about that?
About the boots?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that if the blanket's planted, then the boots prints might be planted as well.
Mm-hmm. Because
I think it's just a natural thing to think that if the blanket was planted, that the boots prints could be as well. And like you said, there's other children in the area. There's other children searching. There is not a whole lot of places to buy children's boots in PICTOU County.
absolutely.
Most children would have got their boots likely from the Walmart.
Absolutely.
So it just, the reason why I think that is because Daniel came out and said, I believe, that the police were asking him, saying that they think the blanket's planted. So
Mm-hmm.
it's only natural to think that the boot prints could have been as well, because it was a cluster too, right? It was just a couple of boot prints. It wasn't like a path of prints leading somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if I heard that, then I would feel more comfortable believing that the boot prints were involved. But because they were only in a certain area, and they took the dogs out and they didn't find anything leading from the blanket or the boot prints.
Nope. Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. So it would make sense that they were playing. There was no other tracks, guys. No other tracks. Thank you so much, Ms. I hope I'm pronouncing this properly. Anise, am I pronouncing it properly? I hope I am. Langal, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. You are amazing. Thank you so much. I got a little member music. Member music. Let's go over those boot prints, guys. Thank you, Miss Anise. You're awesome. Thank you. Let's pull up the map, and I hope to God that my computer does not explode when I do this. Hi, Haley. Good to see you. Let's see. I'm gonna. Do you want to pull the map up on your side? So let's see.
I can try. Actually, I don't have it on this laptop yet.
Oh, it's okay. I can do it on mine. Hold on.
I can try though.
I got it on mine.
Give yours a try, and if it doesn't work, then I will do it in the background.
Yeah, you're fine. Let me get rid of this link here. So okay. All right, it's loading. It's loading, guys. The Google Earth is loading. Yeah, no evidence that the kids went into the woods either. Was told our CNP are scrutinizing timelines because they're not adding up. Yep, they would tell us whatever they want us to know, and no more. Absolutely no more. Oh, where are you going? Don't go down. Go here. Go here. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me just zoom in, and I'm going to connect my Google Earth, guys. Give me a sec.
Booper Pot Pie, I agree. I think they must be scrutinizing the timeline because Thursday does not make any sense. Thursday evening, and nor does Friday morning.
Nope.
Based on what everyone is saying in the area as well. We discussed it a bit yesterday, didn't we? Like, it just didn't make sense how they were last seen between 8 and 8:30, therefore would have had to have gone missing after that between 8:30 and and 9:40 when she told Janie that they had been missing for 20 minutes. And Daniel says, "Oh, wait, don't call the RCMP yet. I'm going to go and look." And they are all looking. They don't see them, and neither does any of the relatives in the area. And Justin, who was waiting for a ride around 9 a.m., didn't see them. And anyone leaving to work down the 289 and from that area didn't see them anyway, apparently.
Absolutely. The person I talked to mentioned digital footprint inconsistencies. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Hold on one second. Somebody would have seen these two. What if they went through the back now? What if they went over that orange fence? Do I sound okay to you? I don't sound like I'm skipping or anything.
You're okay right now. Okay. I'll do this if you start glitching out.
Okay. All right. All right, you guys. So now we know the blanket was. Now we were told the boot prints moved, right? Like further down here. Correct? Like they're.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Down in here. Okay.
No, you had it right the first time.
They were right over in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right here.
No, up a bit.
Over. So.
Do you see where the Y comes out?
Over here.
Where the blanket is, and then it Y's out. No, up. It was. Yes. They were on the pipeline apparently. Like on that trail. Sorry, that's not technically the pipeline trail. That's just a trail. Yep. So then follow the blanket. Yep, and then up through that pathway to veering up towards
breaking
the,
up, or maybe it's me.
Here, I'll bring it up on my phone and then I'll show you on there. One sec.
Yeah, it's breaking up. It's my Google Earth. It does that. Hi, Joe. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Welcome in. Thank you. So first we were told that the boot prints were just right on the pipeline, and now they somehow moved, or I guess we just were told, I don't know. We were told so many different things, and this is why it's so confusing, right? Maybe we'll get a Christmas miracle. Yeah, I hope so. I absolutely hope so. Oh my gosh, the dog. So this Y, right? I heard they were like right through here, right off here somewhere.
It's reversed though for you.
Right here.
So if I...
Right in this area, right? Because I can't see. I can't see your phone. Yeah, I can't see it. I'm sorry. I can't see it.
Okay.
Like, I'm so freaking blind. I can't see it.
Well, if you, I'll walk you through it.
Like,
so
it's
if you
so
go
small.
on to
We're
where
just
the
gonna say
blanket...
they're right in this area.
Okay. Yes. So if you follow that,
Okay.
that path where the blanket is, follow that path and then go up that
Yes.
path, right? And then go up that path and then keep going. And then just go to there's a clearing to the left. Nope, too far. The clearing just above that where that path was, it was apparently right there.
This?
Yeah, right above that.
This? Okay, that's where I thought. Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I thought. Okay. For some reason, I was getting this one mixed up. Okay, this one right here. All right,
Yeah.
I had it down here where the blue was. Okay, but it's here. Okay. So kids left out of here, but where would they go? Like, would they make it to this area here and walk along this path? That's a lot. That's a lot of, if they actually did walk that way, right?
Yes.
But if
And
you have
why
an
would
ATV,
they
it's
walk
very
that way?
easy to do that.
Yes. The only reason I can figure that they would walk up in
Yeah,
that
exactly.
direction would be to walk up to Earl's or to Ron's. That's the only reason why I can see that they would walk up in that direction. You'd have the blanket on your right, but then the boot prints are veering
Okay.
away.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, like, it would be really hard. Like, let's zoom in here. I'm trying not to laggy, right? Say they left out the back. They didn't leave out this way. They left out, oh my gosh. So this area had this orange fence, right? And they were like back there playing, and they crawled over this before. It would take a lot. Like, how the hell would they get through all these woods, right? And if they came out here to go on the road, surely someone would see them walking, because that time, if they actually left at that time, Janie said that's the busiest time of the day because people are going to work. So
Yes, and the only other thing they could have done,
there's really
was
no
go-
easy path unless you walk this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, the only thing I think they could have done was go to that old road and then up to the path. But that's a very long walk. Like, I don't know, how about you parents out there? have you ever walked with two children of that age
Yep.
and how long it takes them to go anywhere? Like some people say, oh, they can walk pretty fast. Well, they can, but not in rubber boots. Rubber boots are not designed for walking long distances, really. That's my opinion. Somebody asked, Jennifer, who was it? Somebody asked if they could do a super chat for me. And I can't get super chats yet because I don't have enough like viewing hours, but I do have a buy me a coffee.
Yeah, you can put that in.
You can buy
the
me a
link
coffee. I'll put a link
if
up
you want.
later.
You can put that down in the chat if you want, your coffee thing, if she wants to get you a coffee. I'm going to remove this if I can figure out how. Here, hold on 1 second. And I find it odd that we were told a million, you know what I mean? Like, it won't let me remove it. Hold on. I'll put Blueprint old. All right. That way I will remember that it was like the place where we told that they were before. There you go. Awesome.
Yeah, Booper, because I'm live
Yeah,
on
unfortunately.
it's Daphne's one, but give her a super chat.
Ask for any clarifying questions they want, and did by all accounts they would cooperate. So, hey, Ron, do you know? So, if the children went through the back way, right? Say they did happen to go down the old road, because that would be the easiest way to go unless they had an ATV, which, you know what I mean? If they came out here, they would have to walk through but they would have to go through this wet marsh. This is the river. And you would think after walking through that, because this is the only clear path, that there would be footprints, right? I mean, and then say they crossed over the railroad tracks somehow through here. There's no clear path. Come out through here.
There's big
Drop the
beaches
blanket.
as well.
Walked out through here. And the dog didn't even catch a scent. Oh my God. I've got to get rid of this Google Earth because it's just lagging my stream up so bad. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. I just find it very difficult, but we do know there's people out there all the time on ATVs, right? And say someone wanted to do something sinister and they had the kids' boots and they're like, oh, let me leave a fake trail for the searchers. Bent over and just stamped their boots right into the mud. Now you could tell if someone like stamped the boots in the mud compared to actual weight. So if you do a cast of it, you would have to detect on like if it's a 60-pound child or a 40-pound child, how far would their foot go into the mud, right? I just find it very difficult for them to get over that way. Yeah, I agree. And I understand, DT says the child walked 7 miles or something in Arizona, but Arizona is completely different than marsh and mountains.
And you got to take consider like the time of year, the temperature outside, bugs and all that sort of thing as well. And Ron Mexico, I see what you're saying, definitely. But the last we heard from Daniel, one of the last things we heard was that he was pulled in by the RCMP to speak about the blanket and how they thought the blanket was planted. So that's why we're having this discussion right now, because if Daniel's saying the RCMP think the blanket is planted, then, maybe we're allowed to think that too.
Who's calling fartsy not real or something?
Oh, he was in Charmaine's class. So if you see Fartsy or Vince or Vinny or whatever it is, just
What
oh, you're
happened?
the exact same words that you put in Charmaine. How original.
What's
Um,
going on? Thank you, Joyce. What is going on?
Yeah. Fartsy was in Charmaine's chat as well.
I almost spit out my coffee. Sorry. Like, dude, what? I can tell you from this Daniel's house to Lansdowne Station Road is like 30-second walk. When I drove past, I was shocked how close it is. No, understandable.
You lived in
I
Halifax, Ron Mexico. I thought you lived in Halifax. What were you doing up in Lansdowne?
well, I know it's a mile away from the blanket to the house, but walking through all that slop and muck and terrain, just walking in mud with those boots, like your foot's gonna stick in the mud. So
Yeah, and it was
think
the
about it.
blanket was found. Yeah, the blanket was found 1 kilometer away from
Mhm.
from the trailer. So that's not a 30-second walk for a 4 and a 6-year-old at the time.
Yeah, like
Yeah, Ron, what brought you up to Lansdowne Station from Halifax?
yeah, exactly, Alchemist.
So here's the thing, right, Ron? So you had a conference in New Glasgow and you drove from Halifax, so you came down the 289. So anybody that would be coming from Halifax to New Glasgow drives down the 289, but nobody saw the children.
Exactly. Exactly. Question. I thought there was a diagram with bare feet in that weather. Did you see that? Yeah, no, there was a diagram just like it was like a Pinterest diagram, just something that the news article grabbed. There's not an actual like photo unless there is, but we haven't seen it. It's just a diagram showing of what the cluster of footprints was, which sounds to me like someone just kind of like put, I don't know, unless they had the children on an ATV and let them stand there for a couple of minutes, like, and then took back off with them. I would really like to know. I would really like to know how many, if there was fresh ATV tracks there. That's what I want to know. But yet they probably couldn't tell because there was people out there searching.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
Janie said herself that her brother, well, your puppies just come in the back door. Just push
Oh,
the
you
door
see her?
open.
She does. I'm
But
down for
Janie
that.
said herself that her brother had turned up with the ATV and she sent Justin to go get an ATV. So there's definitely plenty of ATVs going in and around that whole area. So there would have been fresh ATV prints, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. And if the children actually walked in that slop, like I just call it slop because like it's the same thing here in New York State, right? When it rains, it's muck. Like I have rubber boots. I have rubber boots because you wear them out there. And when it's muddy like that, your foot like it sucks, like it suctions in there in the ground. It's gross. That's why they're all running around with the 4-wheelers going over tracks. Yeah, because that's what I want to know. Like how many tracks on the pipeline. Now, mind you, there is grass on the pipeline, but not, I mean, I don't know how much in early May, but when a friend of mine went out there, there is, they mowed it. So, but that was in August, September, right? Yeah, it gets mucky out this way too. Yeah, when it's a rainy state or a rainy area, it's gonna be like, yeah. But that's what it makes me think of, like suction cups, like when you have the boots on and you're stepping in mud and stuff. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this.
Yeah, which is exactly why it's so strange that there was not a boot found. You would have thought that there would have been
Mhm.
more prints, and that there was no boot found. You know, but it was chilly. But you would think Jack seemed that he was like quite a, you know, strong-willed young boy. And if he kept getting his boots stuck and was getting annoyed, I could see him just pulling those boots off and tossing them like he did every other time he was annoyed, right? So,
Mhm. Absolutely.
sorry,
Yeah,
one
New York.
second.
Yeah, New York and Maine. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, Maine is like right there. Maine is right there next to Nova Scotia. Well, right over the water, but I'm like 3 hours away from Canada. 1:45 in the morning. Oh yeah, go get some sleep, Booper. Get some rest. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Jane said it was sent to Daniel and oops, hold on, let me slow the comment down. I can't see. It was sent to Daniel in May. That is not right. Yeah, and then Daniel, I remember when BT had asked Daniel if he had been out there to search since Jack and Lilly went missing. He said no. Me talking about where the boot print and blanket were located. And he said no. Daniel said no. But the weird thing is, right after Jack and Lilly went missing, he said he had been searching, still out there searching for them, if you remember correctly. Even Janie
He did over
said
30
in her
acres,
voice
he said, on
messages
the four-wheeler.
even in July. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know you were on. It scared me for a minute. Even Janie said in July in her voice messages that her and Daniel still go out and search. So why the hell, if they're still going out there searching, why didn't they go search that area where the alleged boot prints were found? I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense, you know? All right, I'm going to take down the map real quick,
Yeah, it's
if you don't mind,
between
because
us.
it's like,
Yeah, it was lagging every time I was
it's
talking.
bothering.
You weren't hearing me for a minute.
I hate that. It drives me nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't normally interrupt
did
each
a
other.
I did a note recently, discrepancy through, because I went and listened to that Decibel podcast, and there were differences. So I will give you that. Yeah. Yeah, there was a difference that I caught yesterday in the Decibel, and that was when I think her name is, oh no, I don't even want to say the name because I don't want to get it wrong. But the one lady said that the incident with Lily's black eye happened on the day before, which is Thursday. But we were told that it happened on Wednesday. So I don't know if that was just a mix up or Daniel tell everyone the truth. Yeah, guys, we don't know. Just put my opinion, please, okay? Yeah, no pull up. And Janie had to call Malaya when they were outside with no coats and boots. Yeah, I know. That's crazy, right? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, Malaya
tells
didn't even,
me
that's crazy to
something
me.
tells me as well that Janie would have had more than the one cigarette that morning as well. Like, I don't know about you, but when I was a smoker,
We smoke like
I
every
had
5
a
minutes.
couple. Yeah, with my coffee or tea in the morning, there was more than one cigarette happening.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
So
Sorry.
if she got up at
Absolutely.
6 and she was having her tea and cigarettes, she would have had probably one at 6, then maybe one at like 6:15 to finish off her
Mhm.
tea. And she would have went inside. And I thought Fartsy was kicked out of here.
Fartsy, that's sweet though. Oh, here, let me
You like my shirt?
I should have worn my black shirt. I look, the background is matching me.
It is. It's very sparkly. I was gonna say I'm jealous.
Mhm.
Although I did get the one you sent me, so
Yeah, I was about to ask you.
yes, I got it and I've added it onto my studio. So
Yay.
the next time I make a video, it'll be there.
That's awesome. If he hasn't been out searching, how is he 100% sure they are not on the property? Only way to know is that they're, yeah. Well, I know it's just 2 acres on their property. And I know the human remains dog searched all over there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have 2 or 3 with my cuppa.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think so. Um, it really bothered me that Daniel didn't go and search where the boot prints were. Really
Mm-hmm.
bothered me because to me, it would be if that was the most logical place they had wandered off to, why
Wouldn't it
wouldn't
be?
you search day in and day out to prove that that's where they went and that you didn't do something? Like, why wouldn't you be filming or like, I would have hired a PI myself and sent them down there, just to avoid all of this.
Are you
It just
talking about
doesn't even make
Laura?
any sense.
Yeah, that's the one, the podcast. Actually, I played that podcast about a month ago. Are you talking about me or Shan?
I've listened to that podcast. I heard it the second it came out, and I played it a few times. Like I haven't played it on mine, no, because I only just started up my channel. But it's definitely worth listening
Hi.
to because I think that
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Greg Mercer and Lindsay that did that, and yeah, they did a great job, really in depth. I like how they speak to all of the family members, and they were doing that like really early on as well, so it was like the perspective from the early days and so on, so like and forward. And I really look forward to their part 2.
Mm-hmm. Yes, don't.
Great.
I agree. At first, Dee was saying the boot prints were 10 feet inside the fence or in the backyard. Yes, I remember that.
Mhm.
And then there was
Yeah.
something about one of the boot prints that were seen was supposedly a man that was working on the pipeline or something. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember
The
hearing that, but I feel like that was like one of those really cleverly generated AI ones back in the day.
yeah, maybe
But I
that's
do remember, yeah, I do remember them saying that there was a boot print that was cast and they found that it was a specific kind of work boot. And they also said that, like in that video, I think that there was a particular type of tire that was cast, and it was
yeah.
rare, and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but I feel like that was one of the early days believable AI ones.
Oh my gosh, I
'Cause
hate
they,
this. Yeah, I think.
yeah, they can be so clever though. Like one of my cousins just posted on Facebook one of those AI generated articles 4 hours ago of that Jack and Lilly had been found in the woods. Like it must be just so disheartening for people like the family members that care about Jack and Lilly to see stuff like that come up.
It's fucking bullshit. Excuse my language. There was one about Sebastian too. Like I was
Yeah.
looking at, like, why do people do that? It's BS. Like that shit
We
should not be.
can't post news articles in this country, but people can post that crap. It's
Yeah,
baffling.
why? That's crazy. That makes no sense. It's backwards. It's ass backwards.
Oh, I know.
I see you're not in your sunroof. Your sunroom.
No, it was too cold.
Turn these lights off. They're so bright. Oh my
I'm getting
gosh.
hot and cold flashes. I took my sweater off and now I'm cold.
I'm like that too. I just roll up my sleeves so I get. Oh, let me show. Jane was talking about the footprint. Why do I say that all the time? Footprints. So stupid. I'm gonna look for those boot prints really quick. The markings that she was talking about, just to show. Just
It
to
was
show
from
everyone.
Malaya to
Yeah.
Belinda, I believe. It was in in those text messages.
Yes, I
And
remember that.
yeah, and I think she pulled those off of a Facebook page. or some sort of, so I don't think it was necessarily a searcher, but I think Malaya thought it was a searcher that posted that.
Yeah, I found it on Pinterest. I'm looking on the Facebook thing because usually I think it's in here too. It makes it easier for me just to grab really quick. I never saved it because I'm like, what the hell is this? It's just here it is right here. I got it. It came from Pinterest or something. Check this out. Where is it at? God, I don't know what I'm doing tonight. So this is the photo that they posted, right? Well, let me. It's from Getty. Look, it's from Getty Images. It's so generic.
Yeah.
What the freaking hell? That is the pic. It's from Getty Images. Getty Images is kind of like where you buy an image online and use it for something, and it makes you wonder. DT shows a Facebook page it was on. It was on something news. Yeah. This is where I got it on the Facebook page right here. It's just, if you go onto the Facebook and you click on media or something, you can put up, or I think it is media. It shows all the photos that have been posted. Yeah, I seen it on a Pinterest thing too. It's really weird. Get this image on iStock. What? Getty Images. So you would have to pay for this. So they were saying there was a size, it said size 20 or 29 marker, right? Now, I don't remember hearing about foot, like actual feet. I heard about 2 different boot print sizes. But we're going to play that video in just a minute.
Yeah,
Deb,
that was, I won't tell you where that was coming from.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. No, I watched it. I don't know if, just joking. I did my gray hair today. Thank you. My water is like harsh, so it makes my hair so orange. It drives me. Yeah, welcome to menopause. Exactly. God, it's horrible. Changes your hair, makes you hot, makes you cold. Does Canada go by EU sizes?
Not typically, but because of where the boot was made, it had that on the bottom of the sole. So like where the sole was, and it was imprinted into the ground, there was, I think it was 29 that was marked in the cast. Mm-hmm. But that's just because of who made the boot. Just like Blundstones. If you buy Blundstones, they're in an Australian size on the sole, like where the sole is, but on the inside, you'll see the Canadian size or the US size or what have you.
We have that too. Yep. Ron said, he said on the podcast that he left, talking about Daniel, that he left immediately in the vehicle and checked the culverts and the streams and then returned and checked the woods until police arrived. Yes, I remember this. It was 2 different things. But then he said on another platform that he checked the woods and then he went and checked the culverts. And when he returned, the police were there, so he couldn't park in the driveway. You are absolutely correct, because he parked on the side by the little marsh in front of the house. And then when he went walking up to the driveway, the officers told him, don't go back in the woods, wait. And then I think it was around like 1:30 or so, him and the rest of everybody else was allowed to search.
And if you hear Janie's version, then that'll really give you a headache.
Oh,
because
God, yeah.
Janie says that she met Daniel up on the old road. So.
Ceiling fan and box fan, more blankets. Oh my God, Diane, that is so funny. Can't be that bad. Yeah, exactly. It's horrible, right? I have the AC in my window still, and it's snowing outside, and I have the heater on at the same time. So go figure that, right? And the fan. I have the fan on too. Jane, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I can be smart if my brain works when it wants. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's sweet. Thank you. I like this one. My favorite. Thank you so much. Daniel also said that when he got back, they had to wait for the police. Yes, absolutely, he did. Kids are different sizes. Yes, at Walmart. Yeah, I was looking, in the beginning, I did go to the Walmart website. That's a dog, by the way, making that weird noise. Not me, I promise. Not yet, anyways. And I actually found those boots, and I wish I would have saved a screenshot of them. But when I was clearing out my phone, I deleted it because I had so much stuff inside there. And because I wanted to look at the SKU on there to see what the SKU said so I could read it and go back and confirm with the documents. Now they're not on there anymore. Also, their boots would have George imprinted on them. I was thinking that too. Yeah. I was thinking that too, if they would have that imprinted on them. Barefoot? Oh, heck not. This is crazy. Yes, a pool and a gravel. Yeah. Imagine going barefoot.
I'm sure that there's got to be, there is a missing poster with those boots on them. I'm sure there is.
American Justice did. But I'm talking about if you go to walmart.com and...
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because I was trying to go there so I could look at the SKU. I wanted to look at the SKU. All right, let's go to DT's video from last night, because he's going over the deception detective. Ew, that was cold, that last sip. That's gross. All right, let's see. I'm probably not going to be able to sleep tonight. All right, this is... I almost called him deception detective on accident. All right, let's go through here. Where's it start at? Okay.
And so, and then give my my perspective on top of it, and say, hey, there's probably going to be a lot of it that we agree on, some of it probably not, but we'll see. I've seen this once, put some things to the side, and we'll watch it. So without further ado, let's get into confident in where.
So
also,
why is it so big?
I want to say happy birthday to Jeremiah. I know he's in the live chat somewhere. I hope you're celebrating. I hope it's a good one for you, my man. And I hope you guys have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. All right, without further ado, let's do
How do
this.
you make it smaller? The thing on the bottom is so
The
big.
investigation is going.
You just don't want to see me.
Get rid of this.
My point of view
Here.
versus the public eye.
So big.
But right now I'm fairly happy with what they're doing. I mean,
There's one other thing I probably should have preferenced, and I haven't said this up to this point, but this interview with me and Daniel is slightly sped up. I had sped it up about 0.7, not a huge amount. Daniel talks a little slow. I talk a little slow, and so it was too slow for my comfort. So I did speed up the speed a little bit with the original video interview. So if you're watching it and a lot of people are saying, oh, he's speaking, one way or another, his speed is good. It's actually, he speaks a little bit slower than that.
they're pulling out all the stops. I mean, cadaver dogs took a long, or human remains dogs took a long time to come in, but I mean, everything's falling into place like it should. It's just the amount of time that's passed. It's just, for some people, it's not fast enough.
That's Daniel Martell, and I think he knows what happened to his missing stepkids. And it's not just because he said everything's falling into place while they're still missing. So in today's video, let's watch his recent interview on the Drunk Turkey Show and count all the lies. I've only seen part of this because I wanted to react to it with all of you. So let's dive in.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the DT Show. We got an excellent show planned out. Stepfather for Lilly and Jack. Welcome, Daniel. How are you doing, my man? How's it going? Now, Deception Detective believes that Daniel is lying. I too believe that I've detected some deception when it comes to Daniel as well in certain aspect of it. Now, some of it might be because one reason or another. Does it mean because he's been deceptive because of he did something or he has something to hide when it comes to the kids. Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. When I look at the evidence that's been laid out by the RCMP, I don't believe so. So, it comes down to, is there some stuff that maybe perhaps he's hiding out of embarrassment, out of, not wanting people to know? And then also, are there things that he has said that are misspoken words? Are they things of inaccuracy? Not necessarily that he's purposefully.
I'm sorry. I keep laughing because we look like the Brady Bunch. Hey, look up and wave. I don't know
Hold
why
on.
when I was watching last night, I was thinking of,
I'll wave to DT as well.
sorry. Yeah. All right. I'm like, oh my gosh. Last night I was watching us. I was like, you looked up for a minute and I looked down. I was laughing my butt off. Sorry, guys. I had to do that.
We're
trying
the
to
shady
mislead
bunch.
anybody with the statements that he's making. But is he confusing some of the details and or maybe even his own words and saying something that he may not have meant or misspoke on certain things? I'm sure if we look at everything that all of us or any of us have ever said, we're finding out some misspoken words here or there. But are there any signs of deception? I told you guys, for me, I asked him about, his drug use, and I asked him in the interview, about his drug use, and he was open about it. He said that he had used drugs in the past, and it had been some time. I asked him what he was doing that night. Now, this was a separate interview than the one that Deception Detective is talking about, and in that interview, he says he doesn't remember. I don't like that answer because one, and he goes on to say, well, it's been 6 months. How can you expect somebody to remember something 6 months ago? I agree, and I get it, but that's if this was the first time I'm asking you to remember something 6 months ago, and it wasn't. I'm sure that he's been asked multiple times by RCMP detectives and law enforcement what he was doing the night before. So I didn't like it. Malaya's camp, the folks that I've spoken to on Malaya's side, have alluded that they believe, or that Malaya has told them at certain points that Malaya's caught him doing things with narcotics that night. Now, Daniel, he told me that wasn't true. I wasn't there that night, so I can't run in and say, oh yeah, 100% that's absolutely true, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I can't say that that's true or not. But to me, I too felt like he wasn't being 100% forthcoming when it came to that.
Let me write something.
I'm still staying strong.
Sorry, I want to say something. No, I agree with that. And yes, he's been upfront to DT about the rug use. And I feel like, if someone like trying to get ahead of it, kind of, right? Trying to get ahead of the rumors. Like, so this is, I'm not saying he is or whatever, but sometimes if something's something's gonna come out about you, and you try to get in front of it to just say, yeah, I already know about this, so if this comes out, then you know what I mean, then it's no biggie type thing.
He wasn't that forthcoming with the drug use, though, because Daniel Turkey asked the other Daniel, like, when was the last time that you did drugs? And he didn't answer that. He fluffed that one right on by.
Oh, yeah. True. I forgot about that. You're right.
I'm also blocked by the Drunk Turkey.
Before we get too deep, I just want to thank Drunk Turkey for doing this.
I'm sorry.
I don't mind that. The banner, you've got Drunk Turkey along the bottom.
What happened? I know. There's like 50 people on screen right now. There's 2 Daniels, another Daniel, and then Deception Detective, me and you. Oh, that's cool. I can make my little box smaller. Hold on. And I can... Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I didn't know that.
This interview and giving me permission to react to it. I'll link his channel down below. I've personally asked Daniel multiple times for an interview, but he's never accepted. And to be fair, I think the reason why is pretty simple. My name is Deception Detective, and he's a liar. In today's video, I'll point out plenty of examples of it. But just in case you're new here, just because I think someone's a liar, it doesn't mean I think they're a murderer. If you binge watch my entire series about this case, you'll already know what I think happened. If not, don't worry. They're about to get into that, and I'll explain it the next time I pause.
Welcome to the show, Daniel Martel, the stepfather for Lilly and Jack. Welcome, Daniel. How are you doing, my man? How's it going?
I'm still staying strong there, Daniel. I mean, every day is a new day.
Yeah, I hear you. I know there's been some activity recently. There's been some dogs in the area. They've been doing some searches. I know that that has been on your property. They looked at your property. So I know that there's still movement in the case. Right now, are you confident in where the investigation is going?
It's a little bit different from my point of view versus, you know, the public eye. But right now, I'm fairly happy with what they're doing. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops. I mean, cadaver dogs took a long, or human remains dogs took a long time to come in, but I mean, everything's falling into place like it should. It's just the amount of time that's passed. It's just, for some people, it's not fast enough.
Yeah, no, I understand. You know, it's a sad situation. You know, Jack and Lilly went missing in May. You know, I couldn't imagine how, you know, you guys were feeling in the moment of having kids missing and then somewhat like the entire world turning against you. How has that been for you guys? Has it kind of calmed down? Has things gotten worse here recently?
No, Daniel, it never calms down. Some of those Facebook groups, they're absolutely relentless every day.
At the time of this interview, Daniel's kids have been missing for months. They disappeared in May 2025. But notice how he's not impatient about it. The police are moving too slow for other people, presumably you and I. And this inappropriate level of patience and kindness to the police, as well as the general public, notice how he's frustrated that even those pesky Facebook groups just aren't as big as fans, is known as ingratiation. It's such a reliable indicator of someone trying to get away with something that it's a card in the deception deck. And what do I think Daniel's trying to get away with? Well,
all right. So first and foremost, I was the one that brought up the questions and the, you know, about, you know, how things are going and how things are going with Facebook groups, because not only with Daniel, but other people that have talked about this case, their families have been attacked. Their properties, their locations have been doxxed and things of that nature. And I know that for a fact when it comes to, you know, Daniel and Janie, they have had, you know, random people driving up into their driveways, drones driving above their house, and things are flying above their house, things of that nature. And so that was the reason behind the questioning and behind those things. Now, as far as the speed of which things go, in reality, now, let me pull this down. I wish I would have saved this part, but I don't think I did. You know what? I may have. Let me pull it up real quick. Maybe on page 10 of this, real quick.
Page 10.
All right, let me pull this up. This is the RCMP documents, and we're going to refer to these quite a bit. But Malaya's statement here when it comes to Daniel.
I can't see anything.
Let's see. What she had said was that Daniel was. I know I read it somewhere. I guess I didn't mark it down. But that Daniel had gotten upset with RCMP that they weren't doing things fast enough and things like that. At certain points, Daniel wasn't too pleased with RCMP, and it's in the documents. I just didn't.
I can't see.
Highlight them here exactly where they were, but yeah, Daniel was at certain points, I guess you can say, you know, during this interview, he says that he was pleased with the investigation and where it's going.
I remember
and,
that, Jane.
you know, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's been accused by a lot of people for doing something horrific. And one of the things that RCMP has done here recently,
I think, all in fairness, it's everybody's accusing all three of them, because when two small children, these children weren't teenagers, right? They're small children, and they're in the middle of the wilderness. When there is no like footprints or anything, I mean, you have the little clusters out on the pipeline or right off, but nowhere else. And then a blanket that's been planted. You look inward at the parents, and then you start looking at Was there previous CPS? Was there previous abuse? Is there a step parent involved? Like, look at the statistics, right? And then we heard of all the black eyes. Like, that's just absolutely absurd, the black eye thing. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm not buying that for 1 second, that those children got black eyes just from walking into a wall or something, like, or beating each other up. I'm sorry. It's not two boys playing around and wrestling around. It's a boy and a girl. I mean, yes, kids can get brutal with one another, but all the time, like, especially the day before Lily got a black eye. Come on, I wasn't born yesterday. I'm sorry, but I wasn't. And that's why we're looking at all three of you adults. And I don't think, in my opinion, I think Janie, she's upset because, her son and his girlfriend were very clumsy with two children. And then she probably knew about most of all their issues going on in that house, because she could probably hear them screaming and hollering when they fought, in my opinion. Even if they were inside that house, she could probably hear them inside hers. I just looking at the statistics and stuff like that, and I've done a lot of different theories. It's just something doesn't pass the smell test. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't pass the smell test. And I don't know, guys.
Just drop some documents that it basically indicate that this is what we've done to investigate Malaya and Daniel, and there's no evidence of anything, criminal or otherwise. And so I think that's the part of the investigation that he's, I guess, pleased with. But let's continue on.
Well, here's my theory from one of my earlier videos in this series. If you've binged all my videos about this case, you'll know I've thought since day one that Lily and Jack probably suffered an accident, and that their mom and her boyfriend, Daniel Martel, covered it up because of some sort of tentative guilt. For instance, because of the nature of the accident, they didn't report it because they knew that they would get in trouble for criminal neglect or drug possession, or maybe even signs of abuse on the kids' bodies if they reported it. There were multiple opportunities for an accident to befall these little kids.
All right. So he said something about an accident, something to do with drugs, possibly. And, for me, I've always said that if somebody wants to argue neglect, which he just said, that I mean, if you want to say they were responsible for these kids and those kids wandered off and they should have, done more to make sure that they didn't wander off, I can't argue against you. But like when it comes to the drug stuff, like I've talked to Taylor, which is Daniel's ex-fling or whatever you want to call her, while they were, talking throughout this time frame. And one of the things that she had mentioned to me before everything went down was that she believed that Daniel had been doing drugs, maybe not necessarily during the time that Jack and Lily had gone missing, but sometime recently before then. And that she had mentioned to me that Daniel had actually spoken to the RCMP. He had let them know about his use and when and where and things of that nature, and that they were well aware of that. And so he's been open about that and about that use being stimulants and stuff like that. He's not disclosed that. He was open about that in my interview as well. And so, when the deception detective comes in and says that, I think that this could have been something that may have happened, and he's lying about it. He's been open about the drug stuff. So, could there have been an accident? I think that there's a possibility of that. Obviously, you can't rule that out 100%. But there are a few things that kind of make me believe it is unlikely to be the case, and I'll explain here in a second.
The trailer was cluttered. There were holes in the floor. There was probably exposed wood and nails everywhere. But even more disturbing is this description of Jack as being smaller than his peers, because that could be a result of malnutrition, which is a consequence of neglect. But even if it's not, and Jack was just small for his age, and even if the trailer itself wasn't as decrepit as it's described, that still wouldn't explain their mother Malaya's reticence in her one interview she did the day they were reported missing, or her silence ever since. As I often say on the channel, pleading the fifth in a missing child case is basically as good as a confession. And that's because, unlike any other sort of crime, if you plead the fifth when your kid is out there missing, you're hurting your own interests. Don't you want to find your kid? Speaking up is worth the risk if you're innocent.
And I agree with the deception detective here that if Malaya lawyered up, if she decided not to speak with law enforcement, that would be a huge red flag. And that would probably mean that that she's not talking for the betterment of her child, etc. Everything that he said. The problem is the deception detective is looking at this as, you know, her talking to the media, talking to YouTubers, talking to social media, giving out statements as the same as talking to law enforcement. And unfortunately, that's just not the case, because as we see here in the documents, Malaya provided 4 statements to police. 2 statements were provided May 2nd, May 3rd, and one on May 4th. And then here it says a 4th statement was taken May 5th. She hasn't lawyered up. She also took a lie detector test and provided her cell phone for a forensic digital download and allowed law enforcement to go through her banking. And so as much as I agree with the deception detective that Malaya, you know, had she only spoken maybe just once to law enforcement and never again, would have been a red flag. That's not what happened here. She has been 100% cooperative with law enforcement. She has, and that's what has allowed law enforcement to, as in their own words, utilize this investigation to eliminate her as a suspect. And that's in the documents here as well when it comes to Malaya. The sole purpose of the entire investigation was to eliminate her as a suspect and to find any evidence of a criminal offense or grounds for a criminal investigation. And all 3 of them, there wasn't anything there. And so, I mean, I'm not sure.
But that's all we're getting, though. That's the thing. Like, that's all we're allowed to see. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's these documents. I'm sure there's 500 more thousand pages to them, right? But what we're given, which is very little, is only what we're allowed to see. Like, we can't even see the rest of what they said about the polygraphs. It just said they were truthful. That could have a whole nother paragraph that said truthful on the basic questions, and the rest of the questions they failed. I mean, we don't know, right? We're only given like what we have here. I know for a fact they've got more stuff than that. If not, the case would be solved. It would be closed, right? If they didn't believe like anything else was going on, I mean, they would just close it and just call it a missing persons case. That's it. 2 missing children walked off. The parents are cleared. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit the microphone. I hope that wasn't too loud. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be asking any more questions, bringing in the parents. Didn't they just bring in Daniel the other day about the blanket again? Shan, did you fall asleep? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sorry.
was like, what is going on? No, you're fine.
I
You're
was
fine.
reading
know
the
it's late.
chat. Good thing I was muted
it's
because I
okay,
almost
it's okay.
interrupted you like twice.
Oh, it's okay. I know we're still at a delay. It's weird.
Sorry,
just
what did you
feel
say
that
about
there's
the blanket?
I just feel there's much more to the documents. Like we were given just a small amount, right? There's way more to these documents. And with the polygraph, it says they were truthful, but it could also say underneath where we can't see, where there's a bunch of black covered up. It could say, well, they were truthful with answering questions like based questions, right? Like, what color are your eyes? How much do you weigh? Have you ever lied before? Right? We don't know what it says. There could be tons
I agree.
more.
And because they're not admissible in court either, right? So imagine, like, this is just a theory, just my opinion, but imagine if one of them said, like one of the like the parts that's redacted said that they were untruthful on something really serious. Like that we would all be in uproar, would we not? So
Absolutely.
I think though that's redacted for lots of reasons, right? Because if you think about it, like nobody would be standing by idly if we knew that one of them had failed their questions on, were you responsible for the disappearance of Jack and Lilly, or were you responsible for the death of Jack and Lilly? I mean, Daniel said himself that most of the, like, if not all the questions were all about the death of Jack and Lilly. So I think what's not redacted is what the police, or sorry, what is redacted is what the police don't want us to know, and they're fighting tooth and nail to not let that out. I think that what's been unredacted is, to a degree, won't compromise the case.
Absolutely. Because if there was nothing else going on, they wouldn't have brought him in to ask about the blanket again and stuff like that. Anise, thank you so much for your super sticker. I appreciate you. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Oh, I love your picture. Oh, is that your doggo? Oh, it's such a cute doggo. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. I love doggo pictures. It looks like
Yeah,
doggo.
Darlene.
Hi,
It kind of-
Melinda. She
it-
said, Daphne, I
sorry.
need you to know. No, it's okay. That I found. I'm so blind. I gotta put it up on stage. I'm sorry. Daphne, I need you to know that I found out it was Darren's brother, Vernon, that stayed at Patty's. I only met the man for a minute 6 years ago, and he sent a pic for my son to see, and he was right. Thank you. So it wasn't Durwood.
I'm glad I
Durwood
deleted that video then.
Durwood got pissed. Thank you, Belinda. I appreciate you. He got pissed. He was on his high horse on my last video, like all this. I'm like, dude, really?
Oh.
Like, it's crazy.
Vernon must have come down from out west then, because he lives out west. Does he not? I'm pretty sure he lives out west. So maybe he was down visiting.
He is always pissed. Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Yeah, because his whole family and kids all live out west.
Why are the things so large tonight? The like little, you notice how big they are? They're like,
Yeah, I do. Because when we were on the Brady Bunch style, like that's why I was going like this, because you couldn't
I
see me when I
know.
did that.
It's so weird. Like, I'm like, I can't see. Like, it must have heard me like say I can't see, so now it like blew it up like 20 times larger. Malaya, lack of sleep would crack like wine glass off the side. Yeah, that's another thing that gets me too. Why haven't they been arrested for neglect? Absolutely. Belinda said he did, but he was the one who also messed up. Yes, he lived out west. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up.
Durwood, if you're watching, I take it back. But I still don't like you.
Freaking, I know he is a grumpy person. He needs to calm down. It's not good for his heart. Seriously, like, it's craziness. I've never been mean to him, so I don't know why he's being crusty on my channel. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been mean to him.
It could be my fault. It's my fault. I'll take responsibility.
Seriously, I've just never. I know. I want to bring up these documents. If you guys don't mind, we'll just read them ourselves. I know people are like wanting just for us to look at them Oh my God, my head is pounding today. I don't know why, guys. Like, it's just hurting bad. And thank you, Belinda, for clearing that up. I appreciate you. Oh, you know what? Wolfie sent me some stuff I think would be interesting to go over. Didn't I just remove that? I put a link. Don't be too easy on him. He's been spreading false info. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not. But I was just saying, like, I've never been mean to him, so I don't know. I don't know why he's mean to me.
Yes, and he's upset at everyone for, bringing his name up and everything, but he was the one that brought his name out there. He's the one that called Dolly. He's the one that called It's a Criming Shame. And he's the one that's been, putting loads of things on Facebook and, giving ultimatums to the RCMP and, what I'm not sure what he's expecting exactly.
Hold on one second.
Yes, love to you as well, Belinda. I really hope that we don't go into the new year still wondering what's happened to Jack and Lilly. It's
absolutely not.
We're just a couple days away from 7 months, and it is very disheartening. Very disheartening.
Hold on, guys. I'm getting my shit together here. Sorry.
Yes, Cassie, the ones that sassy. It is his character that people have an issue with. And I did hear him multiple times on different channels, and his tone changes, and he appears to not have a lot of respect for women, and he doesn't like when women are assertive. He was talking over people a lot, and as long as things were going his way, he was nice, but the minute they weren't, he wasn't so nice.
Sorry, guys, I'm looking for something.
I know, Ron Mexico. I do not. I will look at the sites, but I don't engage. I don't even participate in any of those discussions. There's many times where I've went to go and like type a comment to like correct someone, and I'm like, nah, no. Retreat, retreat.
I know, I'm the same way. Like, I go to write something and I'm like, I better not say that.
Yes, there are many times I'm like, put your filter on. Put your filter on.
I know, because I don't want people to be like, Daphne's being mean. Like, I don't like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be mean. Let's see. Let me get rid of that.
This case does bring out, the worst in some people. I mean, I've been really upset and angered by some of the things I see out there, and I can just imagine how the family feels.
Absolutely.
Like, they were posting the stuff about, I'm sure Belinda saw it, about Cody today on the Facebook. The stuff that's been debunked like 7 months ago about. Yeah.
Jen, thank you. Have a good night, honey. I appreciate you. Go get some rest, sweetie. Thank you for being here. I didn't see her leaving. I wanted to say goodnight to her. Yeah, it's frustrating. Hold on, I'm pulling that up right now. I'm sorry, Shannon. I didn't mean to get you. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, Diane, we don't know what all questions were asked, and we were only going by what Daniel said. And maybe he didn't realize the control questions were control questions. Possibly. But he did seem to know a lot about polygraphs, so.
Yeah, polygraph had no control questions. So I'm wondering if that's what yeah, exactly. I wonder if that's what they passed. Like, you know what I mean? We don't know.
Yeah, they were truthful when they answered their name and date of birth.
Yeah.
Just a theory. I'm just saying. I'm just joking. I don't know what they. We don't know.
This is the boot print thing. I just took it off of DT's because I'm freaking blind. So he already had. I have all the other ones anyways, but this is where he was talking about those weird boot prints, right? hold on one second. Okay. So the one lady that was doing the search, the boot print, they did a cast of the one boot print. And I would love to know the cast that they took of these boot prints, if they were actually checked by weight. Like when you looked at the cast, if the weight, you know what I mean? Like
The depth of the cast.
Thank you. The depth of the cast. I wonder if they went by that too. I don't know, but maybe just a foot. Damn it, where did I go? Anyway, so it had this specific number of 29 as a part of the tread, right? And she wondered if the number was based on the design or size. So she actually went to Walmart and located several sizes of the same boot. The number consistent with the case, 29, was only found in the size 11. But Malaya said that she had thought that she wore a 12 or 13. How do you not remember what size shoe your daughter wears? Especially if you just bought the shoes. Isn't that freaking weird? I was going to see, I kind of want to go to my Walmart, but I don't know. I wish I knew the
question. Random. What if Lily did wear a size 13 and that Jack's were an 11? But then they did the skew thing, didn't they? So they did correspond with the boots. So they found the receipt and they were able to determine that.
The tread is under the heel. Yeah, that's the thing though. Because when she says, just listen how they worded it. I went to Walmart and located several sizes under the same boot. Keep in mind that Malaya thinks Lily wore a size 12 or 13, right? Right? And she says the number 29 that was found in the cast was only found on size 11 boots, but the other sizes had different numbers. For example, the size 12 boots had the number 30, which would have been on the 12 if that's what she bought Lily, right? And the size 10 boots had on the 27. Malaya said when asked, she thought Lily wore a size 12 or 13, which would not be consistent with the boot print found on the pipeline. Am I reading that correctly? Which would not be consistent with the boot print, talking about the 12 or 13. But when
yes,
they go
if it was a 12 or 13, yeah.
Absolutely. So when she said, go ahead.
But then, yes, if you carry on, it says that they were able to confirm that Malaya had purchased rainbow boots on March 20th with the SKU number corresponded to a size 11 boot. So yes, the cast didn't correspond to a 12 or 13 like Malaya had thought, because it was a size 11 boot.
Absolutely.
So March 20th is when she bought the boots as well.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they got the bank records. Because Lily's boot was confirmed to be a size 11, it is consistent with the boot print located on the pipeline trail in the search area near the 1407. Right? So the thing is, could there be other children out there with the same boots? Absolutely. Like what just Shan said, right? She said that Walmart is most likely, they have like the different sizes for the different areas. But most likely, if you're going to get boots like that for kids, you're going to get them at Walmart. Now, I'm wondering if all those rubber boots there at Walmart that are a size 11 have that number, or if it's just that specific boot. I would really like to know. I kind of want to go to my Walmart because all the boots that are like that are going to be all over, right? Unfortunately, probably they won't have new rubber boots until springtime around here. But I'm curious to see, just look at the bottoms of them and look at the SKUs and see if all the regular generic Walmart boots that are a size 11 have that like 29 little brand mark. The brand would mark the boots consistently. Thank you.
So
Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I have any. Okay, these are the only two I have for this, right? Yes. Okay. Now let me remove this. I have the other docs. Give me a second. I looked online, Wendy, and I couldn't find the exact. And if I knew the actual name brand of those boots, then it would be easy. I don't know the name brand. I can't even find.
Probably George.
Well, that's what somebody else said too.
Yeah. Likely George, because that's like their that's their brand.
Walmart's brand, yeah.
Yeah.
It is George, she said. Okay. Okay. Well, that's here too, then. I mean, if it's Walmart ships all over. 1000%. Ironclad hustler. I'm just joking with you. I'm just messing. All right, I need to do some. All right, let me pull up the other ones real quick. I know Shan's getting tired. I am too. It's already 9 o'clock. Are you freaking kidding? It's 10 o'clock for you, isn't it?
20 to 10, yeah. But it's because I was up. I did that live last night for like 2 hours. So I don't know how I did 2 hours. I just looked at the time and I was like, holy.
I know, it goes by fast,
I
right?
talked for like 4 hours because I was on with you before that.
I know, it goes by fast. When did I start this one? 7:15?
Yeah, and then I was like so thrown
Nice.
by thinking that Durwood was at Patty's that I was like,
You're lucky.
just.
You're
I
lucky,
feel
Joy.
better not. I feel better knowing that he didn't, but I'm gonna guess that if Vernon, just throwing this out there, if Vern was staying at Patty's because he was visiting from out west, you can bet your bottom dollar that Durwood would have been visiting him there.
You would think,
I would say.
absolutely. Well, yes, I
So-
love the West Coast time. It's like that where my mom lives too. I feel so rushed over here on the East Coast. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine living in Nova Scotia because you're an hour ahead of me. I'd be like freaking dead. I just feel so rushed all the time. Now that we only have like 5 hours of the dog, she's mad. She's ready to go to bed. You hear?
Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you doing that. That's so kind of you. She said she played my live 3 times last night to bring my hours up.
Oh, that's so sweet. All right, where am I at? I gotta go over here to read it because I'm freaking blind, guys. All right, I'm just gonna start right here. So Malaya looked at the Google Map timeline for Wednesday on Malaya's phone and learned the following. So we're just gonna go back over her day. The whole family left the house at 12:51. Remember, this was Thursday, and went to the Irving Oil in Westville, where they got $20 of fuel. They drove to, oh, excuse me, I apologize. This is Wednesday. I'm so sorry. I meant to, Jesus. This is Wednesday. Ding, ding, ding. Because they left at 12:11 on Thursday. They like to leave around 12, right? That's weird. So on Wednesday, the whole family left the house on Gairloch Road at 12:51. They went to the Irving Oil in Westville, where they got $20 of fuel. They drove to Malaya's grandmother's house and arrived at 2:01. At 3:18, she went to Access NS, I'm just going to say Truro Heights with Meadow to get a plate for her car. Daniel and the kids stayed at Grandma's house. So it was just Daniel, Lily, and Jack, correct?
They say.
They went to the Millbrook to get gas, and she stopped to get a vape for Daniel at High Grade. I heard allegedly that Malaya's family owns that vape place, but I'm not positive. Could be wrong. It says at 7:54, they went to Walmart, picked up some groceries. The whole family went together. they stopped at blank in Truro, and then they went to grandma's house at 9:19 p.m. to drop off her bank card. See, so to Daniel's, that's weird because she said the whole family, right? Originally, the whole family went and Daniel stayed with Jack and Lilly. Now, did grandma, to drop her bank card, wouldn't you have given grandma her bank card if she was with you? It just doesn't make sense.
Why did they blank that in Truro as well? Why don't they want people to know where they stopped in Truro?
I don't know. Well, we were
That's
told
actually the first
Walmart.
time. That's the first time I remember actually seeing that for some reason. Remember how we say every time we look at it, we find something else?
Mm-hmm. Was it a doctor's appointment for Meadow or something? No, it couldn't have been. Because that was that
It
night.
only looks like 2 words or 1 word.
Yeah. Because think about it. It was 7:54 p.m. They went to Walmart, picked up groceries. The whole family.
And they
went
were at
together.
the Walmart. They were at the Walmart until 8:48.
So from 8:48 to 9:19. So that wasn't too long. Where the hell would they go? Huh. It's like 40 minutes, right? They stopped
30
at
minutes. Yeah, and they would have had to get to her grandmother's, which I believe is in Bible Hill, which is a little outside of Truro. Not far, not much, not by much, but
I wonder if it's a person's name.
yeah.
They stopped at Cindy's, and no, Cindy doesn't live there. She lives in.
Stopped at her brother's, it wouldn't have been Cheryl, it wouldn't have been
Okay.
I wonder, yeah, where did they stop that late at night on a weeknight?
The
Interesting.
star was like a metallic star, like what the teachers give you. Yeah, like holographic. There you go. Yeah, it has to be
I
someone's
posted
name.
it there, Lee. Sorry, I posted it in their Eastern Girls Crafting. She asked for my channel.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's something that I didn't pick up before. Where did they go
Has
on
to
that
be a
Wednesday
freaking,
night?
has to be a name. Guys, please hit that like button for me, please. Yeah, it has to be
Gairloch.
somebody's name. I don't know who else it would be. It says at 10:19 they arrived home for the night. Malaya provided more background on their living situation. She said they moved to the trailer on Daniel's mother's property. Janie, that's all redacted. Malaya said Daniel's,
That's a lot
Father-
of redaction there too.
yeah, a lot. And then she talks about Malaya's father owning 100 acres of land out near Blarney's River.
And that's not
Barney.
and that's unredacted, right? So that makes me feel like maybe they checked that area out. Do you think?
Has to be.
Because
These are out of order.
you would think, yeah, you would think that the stuff that's unredacted is not particularly, relevant, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's hard to say.
Mm-hmm. Probably stopped at the bank machine and Turo took some money.
Excuse me.
It could have, Darlene. Could have been like in the bank or something. It's definitely one name. It's about
Yeah,
10
I don't
minutes.
think they would redact a bank machine or Sobeys. And why would they go to Sobeys if they just went shopping at Walmart? They would have gotten any kind of food or whatever they needed from there.
Ron, there was
Yeah.
a full rainbow and stars on the one. I can't tell if the stars on the boots could actually come off. It looks like they're made out of something and stuck on the boots. It doesn't look like they're all in one for some weird reason. Like, it's hard to tell on those boots. But I think the metallic star was, I don't know.
Charmaine's
From what
in.
I hear, it was like a sticker.
Charmaine's here.
Hi, Char. Do you want to come in for a little bit? We're probably just going to stay on for another like 15 minutes if you want to come in, or it's up to you. I'll drop a link. We're just going over the documents. Where the hell is the friggin' head hurts so bad? All right.
We were just discussing something that I had missed before, and I thought I read these to ad nauseum, but we're trying to figure out where they
Here, I'll show you.
where they went after Walmart, and between Walmart, because we know they were at Walmart from 7:54 to 8:48, and then they stopped at blank in Truro, and then went to her grandmother's at 9:19. So yeah, we're curious.
Oh, I understand, Charmaine. It's okay. Yeah, no, it's cool. We're only going to be on for a little bit anyways, because I was on with Sebastian's case for like 2.5 hours, so I completely understand. I know who Hustler is. Thanks, Wolfie. Oh, Wolfie.
Yeah, they already, Carrie, they already mentioned the pot shop before, earlier on. They went to the high grade after they went to the Access Nova Scotia. And they went with Meadow.
Oh, my head hurts.
It says, no, she went with Meadow to get a plate for a car, and Daniel stayed with the kids at her grandmother's house.
It's just freaking weird because from what I understood is they did laundry. Daniel stayed in the car while they did laundry, which is the weirdest fucking thing in the world. Excuse my language. And then they all decided to leave. So they leave, but leave Daniel at Grandma Patty's house with Jack and Lilly. But everybody else and their mom left to go run errands. And that was when
the kids get a black eye.
Yes, exactly. And it makes me wonder is because they didn't get home late that night because they got into it because Lily had a black eye when she got back. Could that have been what happened? Where did they stop to get food for M&D? I know. Oh, well, they went to Walmart. I know she went to Starbucks. Or was that on Thursday? I don't see. That's the thing. This shit gets so screwed up, man. Where's the other piece to this one? Hold on. What's the date? This one is. Good grief. What does that say? 15? Let me look for 14. Give me a second. Because they're all out of order from me not being. Oh my God.
That was the next day,
organized.
Jane and Cassie. We're kind of on the Wednesday night.
This is 12. Hold on, she said a conflict between.
Yeah, the blood work for Malaya was on the Thursday, and the poutine was at the Aquapole on the Thursday on their way home.
Did you see this part? Oh God, I keep picking that up. Did you see this part? I don't remember reading this. This one area says, she said there's currently a lot of conflict between her and Daniel's side of the family. She provided the following information. Daniel's family wanted her to bring the baby and stay with them, which we knew that, but it seemed like, and Daniel Pluter, okay. But it seems like there was conflict prior to that, because remember in the one news with the retired investigator, he said that particular family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Daniel, this was.
I think he might have said these particular families.
He might have.
Yeah.
So Daniel worked it every day every Monday at blah, 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 at Hardwood Sawmill. They were having a hard time getting wood, and so he only worked one day. She said when he was not working, Daniel would help his mother with building the fence. How long did it take to build that small ass fence? And bring in wood because they would use it for heat. There's wood all over the place out there in the forest. Just use that and burn it. She said
They had access to a sawmill and like loggers and choppers and all sorts. I was just going to say, Cool J, the high grade is in Millbrook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't even. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Exactly. It's so weird, guys. I keep clicking on the wrong tab. And then she just goes on to say, she said when he was not working, Daniel would help his mother with building the fence and bringing in wood because they would use it for the heat. She said he's an involved parent and would help her, especially when she was overwhelmed. Is that all the time? When he was not aggressive with the kids, but he had a voice they would listen to, there was never any physical discipline. Blacked out. I would love to see what it says under here. They discussed what happened earlier in that day. Malaya said she went to the police command post to see what was happening firsthand. She said there was currently a lot of conflict between her and Daniel's sides of the family. She provided the following information. And it just talks about the baby, talking about Meadow.
And so many people are out there saying that, Malaya didn't participate in the search and she wasn't yelling and she wasn't doing this, but she went to the command post herself. Oh, I've lost you. She went to the command post herself, it says, and spoke to the commander to find out what was going on. So that says to me that that she was participating as much as she could in finding out what was going on. No, the high grade, like the Millbrook Reserve between like Truro and Shubenacadie, right? Where's the other Millbrook? Because that'll be the Millbrook that we're talking about.
I'm kind of going backwards here. We're going to end with that one in a minute. But I wanted to go over this one real fast. Sorry. So I know it's late where you're at, and it's late here, and the dog's already pooped out on me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I got to make sure my girls are actually asleep.
Because I understand. Like the one you can see from the highway, it's next to Truro. Exactly.
Yeah.
I wanted to read this. I think it's very important. Malaya clarified on a regular morning when the kids go to school, on a regular morning, when the kids go to school, a regular morning seems like the day that she calls them out all the time because they miss 41 days of school. Sorry, but it's true. She is up at
just like a regular night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, right? She's up at 6:15 a.m. and she gets the kids ready and fed and brushed their teeth or whatever. And then she says before having them out to the bus by 7:28. The bus stop is in their driveway. What was Janie doing at 7:28? She was up at 6, got a missed call or text from her brother at 6:24. And then she played on Temu, Facebook, let the chickens out at 7. But Janie had seen the school bus go by at this time, because if she was letting the chickens out around that time, you would think that she would have seen the school bus, correct? Or am I, unless she was inside?
She was playing on Temu. She was playing on Temu at 7:15 a.m.
Oh, you got it? Okay, good. I was like, dang, I would love to have both of them up right
That's what she said. She was feeding the chickens at 7. And Her brother sent her something on Facebook at 6:24, and the school bus drives by at 7:30, and
That hurts.
7:45 approximately is when Lily opens the parents' door. But do we know now that she opened the door? Because there was the jiggling of the lock.
What time
and yeah,
was
the
that?
children were last seen at 8.
Wait, what time was the jiggling of the lock?
Well, there was no time associated with that. That was just something that Daniel came out with on DT, like on his recent interview. But before that, it was
What time was her call with her mom?
yeah,
Her-
and her call was missed call from Malaya was at 8:28.
Oh, I find that weird because the bus comes by at 7:28, but yet she calls mom at 8:28. That's fucking weird. Excuse my language.
Yeah, and she told she told Belinda in text that she heard the children in the other room playing between 8 and 8:30. So the missed call was at 8:28. So
And
she heard the kids around the time she was trying to miss call her mom.
Why would she call her mom 1 hour on the dot after the bus went by? That's freaking weird, right? And then 8:48. Like, why is everything 8? That's freaking weird.
Yeah. And then we have Janie's
7:28.
call with her brother as well, right around the time, like 20 minutes after the missed call to Cindy, or the butt dial.
Weird. Oh, it's 8:48. Yeah. So we have 7:28 the bus, 8:28 the call, the missed call that Malaya called her mom, and Janie 8:48.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird, guys. Sorry, I just think that's weird. It's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it's just-
you think, yeah. And then you've got the message from Janie to Belinda, where the conversation between Janie and Belinda, where Janie told Belinda that she confronted Malaya about the kids around 9 a.m. And Daniel comes out and Malaya said the kids were in the woods. He checked their forts and came down in 30 seconds. And he left on the trike to head up the road.
oh yeah.
And Jay went up through the woods looking. She met Daniel on the trail behind the home and neither saw anything. They both went their separate ways to search, and she made her way searching back to the property and heard sirens coming. And she gave them the statement to the police right away.
Absolutely. Yeah. But then there was one where Daniel actually meets his mom up on the pipeline, or no, up on the old road. That's what Janie said, that Daniel met her up on the old road, but Daniel wouldn't even have been by the old road because he went the opposite way. Remember? He went up, checked the kids' forts, ran back into the house to grab his keys. Then he went down to Landsdowne Road, come back around, right? And came back up the 289, had to park by the marsh because the police were already there. So how did he meet mom up there on the old road?
Yeah.
Because he was told to stay out of the woods. See, that's what's, God, I feel like I'm living in a freaking alternate reality, you guys. Seriously.
It's the Twilight Zone. And then you look at Janie's part of the documents, and it says that she was having trouble with the timeline because she couldn't see how the children could have got by her in the trailer and got to the end of the driveway where Daniel was in the vehicle. And I was like, what? So, yeah.
Yeah, Janie says she was up at 6 and then had a missed call or something at 6:24 or something. Yeah, Daniel told the hustler that the wrench was on the outside of the screen door. Like, what the freaking heck? That's so weird. Yeah, I
and
do
then
too.
the thing
Mhm.
that really spun me, that I think I said this in like my first live, was that the thing that made me start looking at the timeline and Durwood and what was going on was when Durwood came out on It's a Crime and Shame, and he said that Janie's brother called her and woke her up, and that she
Yep.
missed the call and went outside to return the call, and she caught M on the driveway at that time.
Shushing.
And
Like,
he said that on It's a Crime and Shame and confirmed it twice, because Janie got it wrong, or no, confirmed it twice by Janie because he got it wrong the first time by 15 minutes. And he said that that happened at 6:10 a.m.
yep, I remember that. That's why we're all screwed
He
up.
was
'cause there's so-
emphatic about it. He was emphatic about it. He said that he confirmed with Janie
He was
twice,
sitting
and
next
that
to her.
Janie was mad. Pardon?
He was sitting next to her when he was when he was relaying the information. He says, "I'm sitting
Yeah.
next to my friend right now."
Yeah.
I just don't. It's freaking weird.
And that's why
guy.
that's why I was suspicious of him. So I do apologize for repeating what Belinda had thought was accurate about Vernon, but I stand by the fact that he would have
Fine.
visited Vernon,
Well, yeah, you would think. Or Patty, because
especially
he's
if
close.
he's coming all the way from out west to come and visit family.
Not only he's friends with Patty. This part
Mhm.
says she also clarified their sleeping arrangements. Meadow, Daniel, and Malaya shared a room. Lilly and Jack also shared a room, but they divided it in two because they would be up at all hours of the night when it was open concept. Why not just move them in the other room? The other two children that would come visit Daniel were only there 4 days out of the month. So I don't understand that. Blank and okay, so talking about Daniel's children, they do not normally live with them. They stay with their mom. They were not there all last week when Lilly and Jack went missing. It probably goes on to say they're only there 2 days every other week. That's usually what it is, the arrangements. Regarding the children in general, Malaya said the following: Lilly and Jack had or did not have a relationship with their bio father. He had not seen them since October 2021, when Malaya left him because it's redacted. He did not pay child support. It's redacted here. Or regarding Daniel, Malaya said the following: they had been together for 3 years, and now she left him and doesn't want anything to do with him. I'm just joking. Don't listen to me. I made that up. All right. Good night, Wolfie. Thank you for being here. We're getting ready to head out too. I'm pooped. That's page 11. Now I'm going to go.
You got a chat from Joyous, a super chat from Joyous.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
in $20.
Jesus. I need to get some glasses, Joyous. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for your super chat. I'm saving up to buy some reading glasses, more than those other ones. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm blind, man. I'm a blind bat, Joyous. These ones that I have, they give me headaches. I'm like, I was looking at the video the other day. I'm like, oh my God, my freaking face is right in the camera like a dork. You guys can see my eyeballs. Like, whoa. I need a freaking Monopoly Man monocle. That's what I need. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I swear. I'm like so blind. All right. Let me see. We were on the Wednesday, so I'm going to look for that. These are all out of order. So give me just a second. Okay. I think we were on page 13 with the Wednesday, and I need to get to the day before that. Oh my gosh, these things are so blurry, some of them. I have the actual whole PDF of it, but it's so hard to bring up on here and read. Oh my gosh, come on, please hurry up, these things. It'd be nice if I can actually see. Oh,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out too, to be honest with you.
okay. All right, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
read this last one and then that's it. Go get you some rest. I know you're tired.
Yeah, I stayed up too
It's
late
late.
last night and I got up too early this morning.
I understand that. I
It's a school
completely
night and I
understand.
have to get up at 6 a.m. again.
Yuck.
Yes,
Yeah, you
I
have a
know.
good night.
All
Thank
right,
you
well,
for
I will.
being here.
Yes, no, it was my pleasure. Thank you guys for all being here too, and I will see you all next time.
All right, have a good night, Shan. I'll see you tomorrow or talk to you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye.
you will.
Oh, she's so sweet. All right, I'm gonna go over this one with you, and then I'm probably gonna head out too. Everybody's left me, the dog and the cat, you know. So let's go over this. This one is, excuse me. Here, I don't want to start with that. I want to start. This is the Walmart and the Dollarama video. So on May 7th, it talks about. I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name right. Himalayan attended Walmart in Truro to obtain their video surveillance. He learned the following: met with someone in Walmart office and obtained the surveillance from April 30th, 2025. And on May 1st, 2025, he later reviewed the video from Wednesday, April 30th, and saw the following. Malaya entered the Walmart at 7:54 p.m. holding a baby. Daniel entered the Walmart at 8:01. So this is telling me that Daniel went to Walmart. So why did it say, this makes no sense? Because Walmart was Wednesday, right guys? Am I right? Walmart was Wednesday? I know Walmart was Wednesday. Daniel both times entered after Malaya, Dollarama, and Walmart. I'm so confused because I thought that Daniel stayed with Jack and Lilly at Patty's house when they went to Walmart for groceries. Yeah, Daniel both times entered after Malaya at the Dollar. Yeah, I thought that was weird too. It was like 18 minutes after at the Dollarama. Thought Walmart was Wednesday. Absolutely. But this one is saying that Daniel went. Unless they went. This is so weird. Malaya entered the Walmart at 7:54 holding a baby, which is Meadow, obviously. And then Daniel entered the Walmart at 8:01 with Jack and Lilly. Well, believed to be Jack and Lilly. Malaya, Daniel, and all three children left Walmart at 8:48. On May 9th, they reviewed the video surveillance and the receipt from the Dollarama dated Thursday, May 1st. The following is a summary. At 1:53 p.m., Malaya entered Dollarama with the baby. Daniel entered with Jack and Lilly. At 2:01, they all exited the store at 2:25. And then it goes on with this. I need to look over this one because it makes no sense. Yeah, Daniel waited in the car while Malaya did laundry at Patty's. That's freaking weird. Yeah, it has to be that part, Joyce. Because, but still, if Daniel stayed there at Patty's and Wednesday was the day they went to Walmart, how would Daniel be going to Walmart? I thought he stayed at Patty's to watch Jack and Lilly. Yeah, I'm gonna print. You know what? I'm just gonna print these out, and that way I have the paper copies because it's easier for me to put them all together and make sense of it. What she buy at Dollarama? Anything like cough medicines? I I don't know what she bought at the Dollarama. I know she stopped at Lawton's on Thursday and got diaper rash and Tylenol for Meadow. He brought them to Walmart. It's so weird because we just read the one. What page is this? This is page 30 of 38. Here, I'm going to write this down. And because the one I just read, oh my God, the wind just blew that off the wall. Hold on one second. Oh, thank you, Ron. I got your email. I didn't see. Give me just a second, guys. I'm like gonna figure this shit out. This is confusing. Is this it right here? I found it. Listen. On my phone. I found it. It says the whole family left the house at 12:51. They went to Irving. This is on Wednesday. They went to Irving Oil in Westville, where they got $20 in fuel. They drove to Malaya's grandmother's house and arrived at 2:01 p.m. At 3:18 p.m., she went to Access Turo Heights with Meadow to get a plate for her car. Daniel and the kids stayed at the grandmother's house. Excuse me. That was 3:18. Okay, I'm gonna compare this 7:54 with. Here we go. At 7:54, they went to Walmart, picked up groceries. The whole family went together. See, Daniel and the kids stayed at grandma's house. They went to okay, here's where the confusion is. I'm just going to read it off of my phone because I can't put up two different things here. This one says the whole family left the house at 12:51. They went to get gas, right? And then they drove to Malaya's grandma's house, Patty. They arrived at 2:01. At 3:18 p.m., they went to Turo Heights with Malaya and Meadow, to get a plate for a car. Daniel and the kids stayed at Patty's house. They went to the Millbrook to get gas, and she stopped to get a vape for Daniel at High Grade. At 7:54 p.m., they went to Walmart and picked up groceries. The whole family went together. So she must have went back home and picked up Daniel again. Joyous, thank you so much. You have a wonderful night. I appreciate you being here. Guys, I'm going to print these out. Yeah, I know everybody's leaving. Thank you, Joe. No Patty nor Cindy, not Justin. And yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to print out these two to try to make some sense of it. Not tonight, though, because I'm beat too. I'm going to get a good night rest and have a fresh mind tomorrow. Try to make sense of these. Somewhere along this, she must have went back to Patty's and picked up Daniel. So, but we'll start with this tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for becoming new members. Thank you for the super stickers and chats. You guys are great. And I'm going to leave it at here for tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow, all right? Yes, justice for Jack and Lilly. We're trying to make sense of all this, and it's just, I feel like they just gave us just a little bit, right? Just a little bit, and of what they could share. The rest, I think when the rest comes out, it will all make sense. So 7:30 there, yeah. It's almost 9:30 here. Yeah. I still got to get in the shower. Scandal. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Justice for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Let's hope. Let's hope and pray that answers will be coming out soon. I love all of y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much.